Hello and welcome to Tom's Studytuts. Now, with a lot of you probably thinking of getting a job in the near future, I thought that today would be a good day to talk about commonly asked interview questions and the best way to answer them. Now, the first question I'm going to talk about is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Which is probably one of the hardest questions to answer because, let's face it, no one has the slightest idea what he or she will do in 5 years' time. But at least one should have a clear long-term career goal. Because it's been proven that people with clear written goals accomplish far more in a shorter period of time than people without them. There are two basic responses to this question, and it basically depends on what you want to be in those 5 years. If you want to be an expert in your field, this is a good way to answer it. In 5 years, I see myself progressing in the field and in the company, learning new skills to the benefit of the company. I find this job position extremely interesting and motivating. I can see many challenges lying ahead of me, which I am eager to experience, and therefore I am willing to invest my 5 years' time learning all aspects of the job towards professional advancement. To sum it up, I want to be an expert in my field. Now, if you want to be a manager or are a manager, this would be the best way to answer the question. In 5 years' time, I see myself in a senior position, maybe a team leader or a high-level executive. I see myself having more responsibilities, coaching other employees and managing more people. I am interested in pursuing my career based on this company's goals, and I believe that being able to learn the company's environment and investing in further business education will be in the company's and my own interest. Okay, the next question I'm going to talk about is, what is your biggest weakness? Now, most career books or teachers would tell you to answer this with a reversed strength. For example, I think I work way too hard. I just work too hard and don't have enough time for myself. And I'd say that is my biggest weakness. This is not a good way to answer the question, as it's sort of deceiving the interviewer, and a lot of them will look out for this. Now, the best way to answer this question, in my view, would be to take a genuine weakness and show the interviewer how you're trying to overcome it. For example, I have a lot of trouble trying to manage my time, but I'm trying to overcome this by taking notes in a planner every day. Look, here's today. I'm going, as you can see, interview, and then all my other things. I'm trying to manage my time in an extremely organized fashion, so I can get my work done to the best of my ability. The next question I'm going to talk about is probably the most tricky one to answer, and it's, why do you want to work for this company? Now, when an employer asks this question, it's because they want to know, are you here because you'll accept any job offer, or do you seriously want to get into the job? Are you just looking for a foothold, or are you really going to bring some added value to the business? It's probably one of the most tricky questions to answer, because to answer it you're going to have had to have done a lot of research before. Now, there's no surefire way to answer this question, so I'm not going to give you a perfect answer as I did in the last two questions. Instead, I'm going to talk about the 4 things you want to keep in mind as you answer it. Number 1, you want to express your interest in the company through pre-research, of course. Put across how you are impressed by the company's success, its products, and its portfolio. Number 2, present your knowledge of the workplace environment you apply to, the department, for example, sales, legal, etc., etc. Number 3, demonstrate your enthusiasm to work for the company, and that's quite important. But the most important is how you trust this company to be the best place to utilize all of your experience and skills. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Tom, and I'm heading off to the cove.